everyone, it's Hailey, and today I'm going to be doing my March book haul. So I was under the very wrong impression that I didn't really buy a ton of books this month. Like, I knew that I had gotten a few, but I was like, I didn't go crazy. But clearly I went crazy. That was like the most terrible thumbnail. There was no way that I could possibly do it where it was comfortable and it looked good and I didn't look like I was dying under the weight of all of those books, so it was just a terrible thumbnail, but it's fine. I bought a lot of books, but I also received a lot of books, so I didn't really buy all of them. But at the same time, the reason why I bought so many books is, one, I get an employee discount at work, which makes it really easy to fool myself into the fact that I'm not spending a ton of money on books. But two, I actually did find some really great deals this month. I'm kind of an expert at finding amazing deals on books. Now, I'm not going to do a video on it because it's not really enough to do a video on, but essentially what I do is I just sign up for emails for my favorite bookstore. I keep an eye out for deals, like I follow them on all their social media and stuff like that. I go on the website all the time and I browse and I just see how the prices are doing, and I just am patient with it and wait until it's cheaper. So I got a lot of hardcovers this month, but I paid like the price of a paperback for the hardcovers, so it was just a really great month for book deals. So of course I got a ton of books, which I had a huge book haul last month as well, and I think this one is even bigger, so I need to calm down with the book buying, but you know what, I can't be stopped, so let's just get into it. I also have an unboxing to do at the end of this video for bookmarks, which is really exciting. They're from the My Bookmark shop, so I will link them down below and I will get to this at the end of the video. Also, I wanted to mention I was sent this last month but completely forgot to mention it in my book haul, but it is a little book like holder, and it's from Busy Little Bee is the Etsy shop. I will link her down below, but she was kind enough to send this to me. It's an Alice in Wonderland themed little book biff, I think is what they're called, so you can put your book in it and it like protects your book as you're bringing it places, which is awesome because for books that are like hardcover, I find that they can rip a lot, so this is really awesome for that. And right now I just keep, when I'm not using it, I keep different Bookish like merch in here, but it is super cute. I love the material that it's made with, and I highly recommend that you go and check her stuff out. They are so adorable and I love it. So first off, for books, I wanted to talk about a couple of coloring books. So the first one is this Snow White coloring book illustrated by Fabiana Attanasio. If you guys watched any of my coloring book videos, I think I only have the one, but if you've ever seen anything where I've mentioned coloring books, I likely have mentioned Fabiana Attanasio because she is my absolute favorite coloring book illustrator. I think these are actually supposed to be for kids, but I love them because they have really big spaces and they're scenes rather than patterns. I find that I prefer that to patterns, so I've done a couple of them. I did one of the Seven Dwarves as well. Yeah, so I've started it and I haven't finished it obviously, but I have all of her coloring books except for two. So she has one that is Pinocchio, which doesn't really interest me because I prefer coloring in girls just because I like the dresses and all that, and then she also has one that's The Wizard of Oz, which I tried to order but it never ended up coming in, which was really disappointing. Like, it went out of stock, so I think I'm gonna try and order it somewhere else because I absolutely need it because I love her stuff so much and they are just amazing. I also was gifted this Alice in Wonderland coloring book from a former high school English teacher of mine and a very good friend of mine, so I was really excited when she gave me this. It's so cool. It's kind of like anime style illustrations, which is really awesome, and it's still like, even though it's intricate, it still does have kind of big spaces, which I really like. There's like the tea party. It's very awesome, and of course it's Alice in Wonderland, so I just love it. So thank you very much to her for getting this for me. Next up, I received the audiobook for The Star-Touched Queen by Roshani Chachki. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm very sorry, but I was sent this by Macmillan Audio, so thank you so much to them for sending this to me. I was really excited to receive it because I think it seems like a book that would be awesome in audio, and it really was great in audio because it's a very atmospheric story, so it translated really well into audiobook, and the narrator did a fantastic job, so I'm really looking forward to listening to the next one. I did find the story to be a little bit confusing, so I did end up only giving it 3 out of 5 stars rather than a higher rating, but that being said, I did still really enjoy it. Next up, I was sent Mad Miss Mimic by Sarah Henstra, and this was sent to me by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much to them for sending this to me. I honestly don't really remember what this is about. I know it takes place in Victorian London, and that is about it. something opium fever sounds interesting. I just love Victorian London, so anything that takes place in Victorian London, I am just automatically all over. So I definitely was excited for this one because it takes place in Victorian London. So just while we're on the topic of books that were sent to me, I'm going to get to the ARCs that I received this month. So first up, we have The Midnight Dance by Nikki Katz. This one, I believe it comes out in, yeah, October, which is crazy that I already have an ARC for October, but I don't know much about it. All I know is that it takes place in Italy and it centers around ballet and like this ballet school. It seems very mysterious, sort of like a thriller, but I generally don't like thrillers, but I thought that this one seemed like it might be something I like just because it is in Italy and it has kind of that dance aspect to it. So I'm going to be giving it a shot and hopefully I will enjoy it. Also, all of these advanced reader copies were sent to me by Indigo Books and Music, which is the bookstore that I work at, so thank you so much to them for sending them to me. Next up is Wild Beauty by Anna Marie McLemore, I think? McLemore. And this is coming out September. Once again, crazy. This one, I don't remember what the synopsis was because I read it like so long ago, but I know that the cover completely drew me in, and I believe it was up for some awards, which is why I was so intrigued by it and I decided to go for it. So I know nothing about what this is about, but it has a beautiful cover and I'm hoping that the inside will match the outside. Next up is Maud by Melanie J. Fishbane. This is coming out in April or maybe in May 16th this is coming out, and it is a reimagining of the life of Ellen Montgomery, who is the author of Anne of Green Gables. So it's by a Canadian author. It's going to be a very Canadian story, which is why I'm all about that life. And the final ARC that I received from Indigo is the one that I was probably the most excited for, and that is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I was so excited about this book because I love Becky Albertalli because I loved Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, which is her debut novel, and it was just amazing. So I was like, I just need to pick up whatever else she comes out with. This is coming out on April 11th, I believe, and it is just all about unrequited love, which describes my life. So I was like, absolutely, I need this in my life, and I cannot wait to read it. And the final book that was sent to me, this one wasn't sent to me by Indigo, it was sent to me by Penguin Teen, but that is Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz. This book kind of like silently went on my radar. It's coming out April 11th as well, I believe, but I was lucky enough to receive a finished copy, which I was really excited about. So it's all about, as you may have guessed if you're familiar with Hamilton at all, it's all about Hamilton, and it is the love story between Alex and Eliza. So I have read this, and I will be doing a review for it, so I will link the review down below for you guys as soon as it goes up, because I do have a lot of thoughts about it, and I want to share them with you guys, but it's way too much to share in this book haul. So if you want to know more of my thoughts on this, either stay tuned for my March wrap-up or watch my review, which will be linked down below whenever it goes up. The next 3 books all came from subscription box unboxings. So the first one is The Edge of Everything by Jeff Giles, and this came in the Quarterly Co. YA Lit box, which is a box that comes like every quarter. It's really cool. This one is awesome because it has like annotations from the author that they're photocopied now, but at one point they were handwritten. Like, they're handwritten by him, and it's so cool. I love the fact that it has that. Also, this book has a really cool, like, one more soul. Dun dun dun. And I really don't know what this one is about. From my understanding, it's like an urban fantasy. It takes place partially in the upper world, partially in an underworld, which is really cool. I took a whole class about underworld, so I think that I will really enjoy this, and I'm hoping that I'm not wrong. Next up is a book that came with the February Owlcrate, and that is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. You guys know I really loved this book. Like, I recognize it does have issues, but I loved it. I thought it was so enjoyable. Loved the story of sisterhood. So many things about it I loved. I did a whole review and discussion on it, so I will link that down below for you guys as well. There's going to be a lot of links that I have to link down below, and I bet you any money I'm going to forget to do it, but hopefully not. But anyways, I'm so excited that I have both the UK finished edition of this, I have the audiobook edition of this, I have the finished US edition of it now, and I have the advanced reader copy US edition. So I'm really excited that I have so many copies of this book because I loved it so much. And last but certainly not least, Beast is the book that was included in the February Fairyloot, and that is Empress of a Thousand Skies by Rhoda Beliza. This is one where I don't know what it's about, but I really enjoy the cover. I've heard mixed things about it, but I'm like, right now I'm in between books, so I haven't picked what I'm going to read yet, and I have been looking at this one and it's really intriguing me, which is surprising because I don't normally go for sci-fi. I'm not a huge sci-fi fan, and you guys know that if you've been watching me for a while, but I've really been wanting to read this lately, so I don't know, I might end up picking it up soon. We shall see. So the rest of the books in this book haul are books that I purchased myself with my own hard-earned money, and I got just amazing deals on them, so there are a ton. So let's just get to them. So first up is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. This is the original screenplay, and I wasn't going to buy this, but then I was like, one, it's beautiful, two, I went and saw the movie and I absolutely loved the movie. Like, I thought it was so good. I just absolutely fell in love with the movie. So I was like, I feel like it's something that I need in my life. So I ended up picking it up because I got it for such a great deal. Like, look at it, it's just so cute. It has the little niffler on the front. I'm just so happy that I have it to add to my bookshelf. Next up is Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerall. This is one where I keep on forgetting what it's about. Like, I know it's a fantasy, and I know it's about like a girl and she has to go after, I think her father has been killed and she has to go and find who killed her father, and it's like it ends up being her former best friend, so it's like dun dun dun. But I just love the cover of this book. It's so clean and shiny, and just I love it. I just love everything about it. So it's one that has also been intriguing me a lot lately, so I'm hoping to get to it soon. I've heard mixed things about it once again, but I just love the cover, so I'm hoping that I will also love the inside. Next up is Under Rose-Tainted Skies by Louise Garnall. This is one where I, once again, don't really know too much what it's about. Like, it's not that I'm dumb and I don't look at what the synopsises for any of these books are. It's just that I really like to go into books not knowing a lot, personally. So I try and get as little information as possible, but I'll know a little bit about it, and I just go into it blind and then see if I end up liking it. Or since I know the synopses for so many different books, I often will forget because I have so many in my mind. So this is one where I know that it has to do with mental illness, and I know that it's a diverse read, and that is about all that I know. I just had to see the cover and I fell in love with the cover, so knowing that it was about mental illness and had this beautiful cover was enough for me to buy it. Next up is Girl Man's Up by M.E. Gerard. This is once again one where I know it's diverse, but I believe it's diverse in the sexualities of the characters, which is awesome, and I know that one of my coworkers really liked this book. She put it as her staff pick, so I was like, you know what, we have a lot of similar book tastes, so I'm going to pick it up because it was very, very cheap, and I think it looks like it could be a very good and eye-opening read. Next up is American Street by Ibi Zoboi. I think I said that right, probably not. But this one I know deals with immigration, and I believe it's about a girl who is immigrating from Haiti, and she comes to Detroit. And Detroit, I was excited that this takes place in Detroit because Detroit is somewhere that I go often, like not super often, but I go to Detroit pretty often because it's very easy for me to get to. So I was really excited to read a book where I would kind of know where it's taking place and be able to imagine it more. So I'm excited to dive into this one. Next up is Queen of Hearts by Colleen Oakes. Surprisingly, I hadn't picked this up when it first came out. It is kind of a reimagining of Wonderland, but I was very apprehensive about it, which is why I never picked it up, because one of my best friends who reads a lot of the same books that I do, she read it and she said it was okay, but then my sister read it and she said it was good, like she liked it, but then she said it was okay, so there's very mixed opinions going around me on this one, but I decided it was one that I did want to give a shot for myself because I'm always looking for amazing Alice in Wonderland retellings to add to my repertoire. So this is one that I decided I'm going to give a shot, especially because I know it's about Princess Dinah, which I think is so cool because the cat's name is Dinah in Wonderland, so I was really excited about that. So yeah, I think that I'm going to give it a shot. Actually, the cat's in, whatchamacallit, Through the Looking Glass, not Wonderland, but you get the point. Next up is Beauty and the Beast Lost in a Book by Jennifer Donnelly. This I honestly had to pick up because I was so intrigued by the cover, and also because I'm so excited for the Beauty and the Beast live action remake, so I was just like, I need something to kind of tide me over until that comes out. So I decided to pick this one up. I had heard really great things about it, but now I've been hearing more mixed things about it, so I'm not sure how I will feel, but I'm planning on reading it soon, so because the movie, wow, struggles in that sentence. The movie will actually be coming out the day that this video is going up, I believe, because it's up the 7th. This is going up the 17th, I think. I don't know. I don't know when this video is going up, but the movie might be out then. So either way, I'll probably have read this book because I want to read it before the movie, maybe after. I don't know. Next up is First Life by Gina Showalter. Gina Showalter is the author of the Alice in Zombieland series, and that's one that I own the first book and I just haven't gotten to it yet. I was going to pick it up this past week, but I ended up picking up Truthwitch instead, but it's one that I want to read because Alice, but I know that it's not really a retelling of Alice, which kind of makes me meh because I don't like zombies, so I don't know, I'm gonna give it a shot, but I really don't have high expectations for it. But this one, I do have actually pretty high expectations for. My sister read it and she really enjoyed it, and from my understanding, it's a dystopian, but like really different. So I'm always looking for different dystopians, and this one has a beautiful cover, so hopefully, once again, the inside is beautiful as well. The publishers have just been stepping up the cover game, so there's so many beautiful covers, but will the inside match? We will see. This video is going to be a million hours long because it's already like half an hour long for me filming it, so oopsies. But next we have The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. This book hit the #1 New York Times bestseller its first week being out, which is so exciting. I'm so happy about that. It is a very important story inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement, and it really is eye-opening. The one thing I didn't like about it is that the one terrible character is named Hailey, and it's spelled the same way that I do, so of course the one time I read a book where my name is in it, it is a terrible character. But nonetheless, the story was amazing, so eye-opening, and I think this is one of those books, like, if you're only going to read one debut novel this year, or one novel that came out this year, one new release, read this one because it is amazing and just life-changing, and you really need to read it. I will be doing a review of this and a batch review with a bunch of other contemporary books, so as soon as I do that, I will link it down below for you guys. Next up is The Boy Most Likely To by Huntley Fitzpatrick. This book I literally got for $3, so I absolutely had to get it. Like, it's a hardcover and I got it for $3, so had to pick it up. It is the sequel to The Boy Next Door, I think. My Life Next Door? My Life Next Door. That's what it is. It is the sequel to My Life Next Door, which I read and I enjoyed, so why not read this one? I figured I'd give it a go. It was $3, so can't say no to that. Presently resisting the urge to sing Hamilton so hard. So we are almost at the finish line. I have 3 more books to talk about and then we will be done, I promise. So next up is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I had an arc of this way back, like I think I got it last summer, I believe. Before it came out I got it, but I loved the book so much that I was like, I need a hardcover copy of it, and especially since it ended up being so inexpensive, I just had to pick it up, and I love this cover. It is just such an amazing book, beautiful inside and out, which is what I like to hear, so it is one that I definitely recommend you pick up. It deals with immigration and basically this like incredible love story that happens over a short span of time because the one character is about to be deported. So it's just crazy, so heartbreaking, but amazing. So I totally should have included this next book in the portion of books that were sent to me, but it was hiding under all the other books, so I missed it, so I'm sorry, but it is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston. I was sent this book by HarperCollins, so thank you so much to them for sending it to me. It was a lovely Valentine's Day present, and I was so excited about it. Like, publishers literally make the best Valentines. Who needs boys when you have publishers? Seriously. But anyways, I had read an arc of this back in October, and I really enjoyed it. It was so good. It's all about a female gladiator. Like, it's just this really empowering and powerful female character, so I highly recommend that you give this one a go. And the final book on this book haul is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. Adam Silvera is the author of More Happy Than Not, which is a book that I really wanted to love, but I didn't really like a lot, so I'm hoping that my feelings towards this one will be different. It sounds like it might be something that I'll enjoy. It's all about this boy, and his ex-boyfriend dies, but he was still in love with that boy, and the only person who he can turn to in his time of need is his ex-boyfriend's new boyfriend, so it's just this messy situation, and it sounds like it's going to be heartbreaking but beautiful. So now we're getting into the unboxing for these bookmarks right here, which were sent to me by the lovely Elena over at my Bookmark. Definitely go and check out her shop. I will link it down below, and I also have a coupon code for you guys to get 10% off, so if you use the code Hailey, then you will get 10% off. It's down below for you guys as well, so you won't forget, but she sent me a ton of their awesome bookmarks, which I'm so excited about. So the first one I have is this Little Mermaid one right here, and not Little Mermaid, but like a small mermaid one struggles, but it has like the little mermaid tail on it. Her bookmarks are so cool and really unique because that's basically the idea of them, is that they have like little feet hanging out, which is so cool. So this one right here has the little fin, and then it says I belong to the sea, and it's like metal, so it's really sturdy, and the bottom part too is made with an awesome material, and the painting on it is just beautiful. So it says I belong to the sea on the top, and then the painting, as you can see on the bottom, the fin is so gorgeous. So these are so well made. Next I of course had to pick up this Alice one right here, which is just absolutely adorable, and I'm so happy with it. Oh my god, I just love this one so much. So you guys can see that it has the adorable little feet right here, and then on the top it says, "You're entirely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret, all the best people are," and that is a quote from Alice in Wonderland, obviously, and it's actually one of my favorite quotes from that story, so I'm so excited to have this. It's just so cute. It's gonna be so cute sticking out of my books. So the next bookmark that I picked up is another one of my favorites, and it is this one right here, which is from Wizard of Oz, and it is the Wicked Witch's feet, which I think is just perfect. So you can see it has the little Wicked Witch's feet, and it has the ruby slippers on it, and it says there's no place like home. It is so cute. I love this one because it is just perfect. Like, her feet stick out from under the house, and now they can stick out of my book. How awesome is that? Next up is one that I absolutely had to get because I have, if you guys follow me on Instagram, and if you've seen other videos, you guys know that I have a little ginger cat, and he is my absolute best friend in the whole entire world, and I love him to death. So I had to get the little ginger cat, but I think it is the cutest, and it says this book is perfect on it, which is awesome. And the last one that I got is these Slytherin socks right here. Now, I have been going through a Hogwarts house midlife crisis, which is a struggle, but I decided to get these Slytherin socks still because Slytherin was like the first house that I felt like I went with, but then I also feel like I identify with every other house, and every Pottermore quiz has also confirmed that because I've been sorted into all 4 different houses, so it's a struggle. But anyways, I do really like Slytherin, so I got these Slytherin socks, and it says Master has given Dobby a sock, Dobby is free, which I love. That's so cute. So thank you so much to Elena over at My Bookmark for sending those to me. You can tell that so much care went into making them. They are so well made and like handcrafted. I highly recommend that you check them out. I will link her down below, and like I said, I have a coupon code, 10% off if you use the code Hailey. I also was just about to end this video when UPS came to my door and had this package right here, which says Royce Rolls on it. I almost said Rolls Royce because that's the car, but that's the point of it. So I'm gonna open this up, but I've like opened it, but I didn't look inside of it yet. No way! Oh my god! They sent me a camera! What the heck? Oh my god, I love these cameras. This is so exciting. So it's the Fujifilm Instax Mini 8, and it's in yellow, which is so cute. Oh my god. And they also sent me a book with it, which I would hope so. So it is Royce Rolls by Margaret Stoll, which looks like a really cute story. I haven't actually heard of this before, but it seems like it's going to be like kind of a Hollywood sort of story, and it is coming out April 4th, so I'll definitely have to give this a read. This is so awesome. Oh my god, I can't even believe this. How crazy is that? What the heck? He even gave me film with it. This is absolutely nuts. I am like just mind blown by this. Thank you so much. Oh my god. So that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much to everyone who sent things to me. I can't even believe this is my life. Like, it's just crazy. But yeah, let me know if you guys have read any of these books, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!